So here we are for chair yoga. So glad that you could join me today. Let's go ahead and sit in that good yoga posture. You know what it is. We talk about it a lot. The biggest thing for me is always reminding myself to sit with the hips and shoulders and ears in line, because our legs are so much forward that everything is bent forward. So pull those shoulders back, stick the chest out just a little bit, and feel like a tall building. I like that building analogy, because if everything's stacked one on top of each other, it's nice and strong. Anytime something comes forward or something gets a little off, then the building isn't quite as strong. So let's close our eyes for a moment and just breathe. Nice big deep breaths. All the way to that belly, that meditative type breathing. Good. Nice big deep breaths. Taking that inventory of the body, thinking about what hurts and what feels good. And clearing your mind of any worries or cares or thoughts that are negative, just let them go. And we don't even have to ever pick those back up. If we can just let them go and just not worry about them. 99% of the things that we worry about never happen. So let it go. All right. So let's go ahead and open up our eyes. Take that big deep breath. Inhale, reaching those palms up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, pushing them down towards the floor. So inhale, lift. Palms up, they stop parallel with the floor. Exhale, and push them down. Good. Inhale, lift. And exhale, push them down. One more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale. Good. This time all the way up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, push it down. Good. Inhale, lift. And exhale, push it down. Last time, inhale, lift. And exhale, push it down. Good. Now take those arms, roll those shoulders. So forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. Really get in there. Feel that shoulder movement. Good. All right. Ooh, that feels good. All right, let's reach one palm out right here. So the palm is up, and I want you to take your hand and put it on your shoulder. So for some of us, that's a stretch already, right? Because we have shoulder issues and those kinds of things. But for some of us, we could go a little deeper. So we're going to take the other hand, we're going to push it up, and we're going to stretch that tricep and maybe pat ourselves a little bit on the back. Maybe we just want it to be a static stretch right here. Good, lifting that elbow, stretching through that tricep muscle. Good. I don't know about you, but mine are sore, so we must have done something yesterday. It was probably that class that nobody saw. All right, now let's reach that arm out one more time. Stretching up nice and tall, pull that shoulder back, and with that shoulder pulled back, I want you to take the hand, reach it all the way back, sitting tall, tuck your chin. Stretching into the neck. Good. All right, now take that arm to the side, and I want you to turn and twist and open the other way. That arm came down. See how it snuck down? Let's do that again. So the arm reaches, we sneak it down as we reach to the other side. Good. All right, now let's work on that other side. So the palm is up. We bring that hand right to the shoulder. Now maybe this is all that we've got. We don't want to go any further. That's okay. For those of you that can and would like to, we're going to reach it up right here. So we're going to really stretch into that tricep muscle here. Actually using that other hand for a little bit of extra pressure. Breathing nice big deep breaths. Good. Now let's stretch it out again. Reaching it all the way back. Good. Breathing nice big deep breaths. Tuck your chin. Lift that head up. Let's reach that arm out to the side. Palm is down. Good. And then we're going to bring it down and reach to the other side. It should feel like a fluid motion. Like they're connected to each other. Right? Reach it out. And fluid motion. Reach it back the other way. Good. It's like an exchange of energy right there. All right. One more time. Those big exaggerated shoulder rolls. All right, good. hands go on those knees, let's curl. Working into that middle body. Inhale, lift. Good, now I want you to get a little organic with this. So we're gonna move kind of a little circular motion, a little cat and cow motion. It's a little bit of everything right here. Just a little bit of pelvis tilt and pelvis pushing, just to kind of get that back to warm up and stretch. Good, doesn't that feel good? And let's go the other way, curling around. Good. So it's a little, they call it organic movement because there's really no pattern to it. It's just a little bit of this and a little bit of that, right? Okay. That's the newest yoga term, organic. The movement is organic. Good. All right. And let's stop it right here. Ooh, did that make you dizzy a little bit? I hope not. All right, so let's scoot back so that we're sitting about mid-chair. Taking your right hand, I want you to either bring it on the arm of the chair, because a lot of us have arms on the chair, or to the base of the chair. And look how that kind of pins that arm in, doesn't it? So let's just sit here, sit up, nice and tall, and turn towards that arm that you have pinned. Good. So feel that stretch through the shoulders. For some of us, this might be too much, right? If it is, then hold your leg instead of the bottom of the chair. So we're going to inhale here, keep looking the other way, and we're going to go ahead and come over. Ooh, deep stretch into that hip, isn't it? Yeah, good. Hold on, no tipping off the chair. No tipping the chair. Good, let's inhale here and come all the way up. Now let's unpin that arm and give it a shake. Give them both a shake. Does it feel a little longer? Maybe. All right. So let's take that hand across, sit up nice and tall. Remember, if it's too much, maybe on the thigh, right? So we just sit up tall, we turn away. Inhale, reach the other arm. We come on over with a big stretch into that hip. Oh, that feels good. Good. All right. Now let's inhale and bring that all the way up. And undo that, give those arms a shake. Kind of does feel longer. All right, very good. Let's go ahead and march those feet out. Let's come on up and we'll do a few things standing. If you want to stay seated, that's perfectly fine. We can do most things that we do standing in the chair. I'll try to cue you if I can, and if I can't, just make up something that you like, something that we did before that felt really good, until I come to something that you know you can do. All right, so plant those feet, let's march them out, get some blood in there so we don't get that black sparkly lights when we come up. All right, plant those feet, let's come all the way up. And let's turn that chair. Well, I'm going to turn my chair. You can stay where you are. I always forget that because I want you to be able to see me, but I don't want you to have to turn your head. Okay, you all know that anyway, right? So right here, let's rock up and down. That drives me crazy, sorry. Not any better. Rock toes to heels. Toes to heels. Good. Toes to heels. Good. I don't like things that are a distraction for people. Like that kind of thing would have distracted me if I were a viewer. Good. So toes to heels. Loud music distracts me also. So that's why you notice I don't play the music very loud. All right, up on those toes, right here, hold it the best that you can. See if you can tighten through the tummy, tighten the buttocks, and let go even if it's just a little bit. Just a little bit. Good. Can you go halfway down, hold it, and then go all the way back up? Ooh, that's a tough one. Good, and bring it down. Now let's stretch it out. So on those heels, lift those toes. Let's go ahead and come forward, a little push up on the chair there. Stretching out, stick that tailbone back. See how sticking the tailbone back, maybe with a little bit of a wag, makes that hamstring stretch just a little deeper. And breathe. And then let's bring that all. Now let's kick those heels right towards the back side. Kick them up. You feel that stretch in the front of the leg, that quadricep muscle? It feels so good, doesn't it? Kick it out. Good. All right. Good. It's been a while since we've done just some basic warrior series. So if you're sitting in the chair, you can turn to one side. For those of us standing, we're going to take one leg, we're going to bring it back. and bring it back to where you're comfortable. Now let's talk just a little bit about hip position here. So for some of us, this long extension of the leg is painful. A couple things we could do. One is take a small step in, but we still need to maintain a distance here. You should not be able to see your back foot when you look down. Okay, that actually, if you're here, you take away a lot of the stretch. So if you can see that back foot, scoot it back far enough so that you don't see it. Okay, and the other thing is for some of us, tilting the pelvis a little bit forward will help. So try that as well if you have a little bit of pain in this position. So inhale, and let's bend that front knee, lifting one arm, and then the other for that warrior one position. Let's stand tall, reaching those arms up the best we can. Option cactus pose right here, holding on if we need it. Pushing that heel into the floor. Good. Let's do a bellows today. So a bellows is a big breath in, and then exhale with a lean forward. Inhale, open. Exhale. Good. Inhale, open. Exhale, come forward with that knee bend. Good. Inhale, open. Exhale. So a little bit of a knee bend, a little knee straighten. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Good. Now holding with that knee forward, let's stand up nice and tall again. Remember that building analogy? Here's our building. Hips, shoulders, ears are in line. We're going to inhale that opposite arm up. Good. And then we're going to take it right on our hip and twist our body to the front. Good. You can still hold on here. Good. Now let's take that body, twist it back to the center, reach it out, reach it up, and then over. Nice fluid motion there. Made it about balanced, didn't we? Because we shifted our center of gravity to the side. So hold on to that chair if you need it. Good. And then let's inhale. Let's go ahead and take that hand to the chair. Let's stretch that hamstring in the front. So if you want, you can keep the foot on the floor, stretching that hip back, pushing it back, or you can lift that toe, depending upon where you want that stretch to be felt the most. For me today, I'm going to leave my foot on the floor. Good, pushing that hip back, excuse me. Good. Now let's come all the way up. Good. Coming back to warrior one, both arms are up if you can. And we're going to pivot into warrior two. Now in warrior two, our front heel should line up either with the instep or with the back of the foot, the heel. So let's bend that front knee. True warrior two is right here. Take a look where your arms are. They parallel with each other. Think about opening through the thighs and the hips here. So we're thinking open right here. So we're getting that nice stretch there. Good. Holding for one more breath in that warrior two. Good. Now let's go ahead and come forward, anchoring either on the chair or a leg, and reaching over, pushing that back foot into the floor. Feel that stretch into the hip. Good. Now let's inhale, keeping the front knee bent. We're building some strength there. Let's go back the other way. Good. Back the other way. Big stretch here. All right, and then let's bring it back to that warrior two pose. Shoulders are down. Let's pivot. Shifting your weight to the front leg, let's lift for warrior three. Good. Hold. You can hold on to that chair if you need it. It's okay. And step it back. And step that foot forward, and we've done a little warrior series on that one side. So before we go to the next side, let's do a little reset, a little recentering. So let's bring those feet back. Bringing your feet just a little wider than your hips. We're going to do that down dog on the chair. So let's go ahead and come on down, pushing your hips back, making sure your feet are below your hips. Stretch it out right here. Feel that nice stretch. And breathe. Good. Nice stretch here. Good. All right. Now from here, I want you to bend your knees as much as you can. So bend your knees as much as you can. Good. I know it might look a little funny, but I want you now to think about pushing your hips back and lifting your hips ever so slightly without trying to unbend the knees. I know that sounds weird, but we're pushing back, lifting, and really stretching into where the hip and the leg come together. Good. All right, now bend those knees. Let's look up and come on forward and march it out. Okay. I'm going to turn so that you can still see what I'm doing. All right, so let's do that warrior series on the other side. So we take that foot back. If you're sitting in the chair, we turn to the opposite side. Foot is forward here with a little bit of a bend. We inhale both arms up, or we hold on if we need to. That's okay. Good. So we're keeping that leg a little bent. We're pushing the back leg into the floor, extending. Cactus pose is the relief of the shoulder if we need it. Good. Whichever works best for you. Now everybody cactus pose. We're going to bellow. So we're going to inhale big. Exhale. Get the leg involved. Push it back. Inhale. Exhale. Bend the knee. Good. Inhale. Open. Exhale. Bend it. Inhale. Open. And exhale. Bend. Inhale. Open. And exhale. Bend. Inhale, open. And exhale, and bend one more time. Ooh, open, good. All right, now inhale, lift those arms back up for that warrior pose and pivot into that warrior two. Good, that front knee stays bent. We're open through the hip. Good, take a look at your arms. They should be parallel with the floor and even with each other. If we had the mirrors in the studio, you really could see that, right? And so you could correct if you needed to. So we're going to come forward. We're going to either put our hand on the chair or hand on our thigh, and we're going to reach it over and up. Good. Breathe. Nice big deep breaths. Good. Inhale. Let's come all the way back. Stretch it out. Good. Oh, that feels good, doesn't it? And inhale back to that warrior two. Pivot that foot, shift your weight up. And here we are in warrior three. Hold the chair if you need it, it's okay. Good, and put that foot down. And bring it all the way up. Let's do a little something in the middle. So this time I want you to step back just a little bit. Not as far as if we were doing the down dog on the chair. And we're going to do a little cat and cow. So I want you to curl here in the spine. Tuck your tail even. That's not often I say tuck your tail, right? And then inhale, sway the back for cat right here. Good, inhale. Or exhale, excuse me, for cow. Inhale, open. Good, so just rock back and forth just that little bit. Last one right here. All right, now let's work a little bit on balance here. So I'm going to turn my chair. Tomorrow's class, Wednesday's class, will be almost all balance with a little bit of stretch at the end. So just a reminder that Wednesdays are balance classes. So I think you can see me if I stay here behind the chair. So I'm going to take one toe to the side, one arm out to the side, and I'm just going to stand here and see if I can balance just like this. I'm standing on that one leg, standing up nice and tall, ears, shoulders, and hips are in line. Good, and bring it down. Let's try the other side. Good, so this will be our level one, if you will, okay? So this will be always our go-to. If we're having troubles balancing, this is where we go to. We have that nice touch point on the floor, and we're just holding, and that's fine, okay? So our level two will be a little bit harder. So we're going to bring the arm out to the side. Maybe we're holding the chair, and we're going to lift that leg to the side and hold it. Good, toes are forward. Good. If you feel incredibly stable here, let's point and flex that toe. Good. That made it a little harder, didn't it? Sure did. Good, and bring it down. A lot of time on that one leg, so march it out. Let's do the other side. So we reach out that toe, lift it up, squeeze. You have to squeeze through the buttocks a little bit there. Point and flex that foot. Good, so if you're sitting in the chair, you could be doing some toe taps to the side, right? Good, and bring it all the way down. Give those hips a bit of a wiggle. Good. All right, so one last part of this, we'll do a level 3, okay? So, it's not that much different. So we're gonna take that toe, put it to the side, reach that arm out, lift that toe up, and we're gonna sparkle with the hands, and we're gonna point and flex with the foot. Good, maybe we're gonna extend that other arm out and sparkle that one as well. Good, and bring it in, march it out. Let's do that other side. Toe points, and we sparkle. Good. And bring it all the way in, good. All right, one last back stretch. I don't think I need to turn the chair for this one. So bring it all the way back into that down dog on the chair. Good, and now back up into the curtain. Push that tailbone back, maybe give that tail away. Good, give that tail away, push those tailbones back, ears are between your arms. Feel that nice stretch. And breathe. Now bend those knees, let's come on forward. Let's have a seat back in that chair. Good job. All right. There we go. I feel like I'm a little too far forward. There we go. All right. So sitting up nice and tall, let's anchor right here. Good. And we're going to add a reach. We're going to stretch a little bit through the spine, sticking that tailbone back. Good. Reach it back. Good, bring it back down. Let's reach the other arm out. We're really pushing that tail in towards the chair. Good, bring it here. Now let's turn and twist, looking up over that shoulder. And bringing it back to the center. Let's do that other side. Good, we got a lot of good back stretching in there today, didn't we? Okay. So sitting up tall, let's go ahead and bring that leg up right here. Bring it up right here, sitting up tall, lift your shoulders, keep your ears and shoulders right in line with each other. Good, now we're gonna do a strength move here. So we're gonna bring those arms out if you can and kick that leg out. Now some of us might have to hold here, that's perfectly fine. Hold it for 3, 2, 1, and grab it, give it a hug. Good, pushing that body forward just a little bit to keep everything in line. All right, let's bring that leg down. Up we go. Sit up nice and tall. Good. Oh, let's hold behind. All right, now let's extend that leg out. Bring those arms out. If you have to hold on, hold on. Legs are heavy. It's okay. 1, 2, 3. Good. Hug it back in. Good. All right, and let's bring it all the way down. Good job. All right. So let's take those feet, put them right down underneath those knees, so ankles and knees are in line with each other. You have that nice 90-degree bend. If you're in a chair that's too tall or too short, you'll know it because your knees won't feel so happy, right? So maybe sitting on a pillow if your chair is too short, or getting a different chair might be good if you need it. All right, sitting up nice and tall, let's just turn and twist and look to one side. Bringing your chin to your shoulder, getting a stretch through the neck. And bringing that head up, let's do the other side. Turn and twist. And bring that head up, sitting up tall, let's just tuck that chin. And let's get a little bit of a neck stretch in here with that simple head turn. It's the simplest neck stretch we can do. Good, and bring it right back to the center. One more time, look at your lap, keep those shoulders up. Looking looking at that lap, a little turn of the head here like you're looking for your napkin that you lost. Good, bring that head right back here to the center. Let's shrug those shoulders up and down just a little bit. I like to say, I don't know, but I used to have a gal who would say, who cares? With a shrug, who cares? All right, last one. Good, now bring those hands up, the palms are facing each other. Good, and then I want you to flip it. So the back of the hands are facing each other. And we're gonna put the back of the hands together. We're gonna pull the hands in a small fist, like you're holding cotton kind of. And then we're gonna pull down and feel that stretch. Good, release it. The back of the hands are together and we're gonna pull it down, feel that stretch. Good, and release it one more time, pull it down, feel that stretch. Good, now turn those, relax those shoulders a little bit. Now turn them right here, keeping that gentle fist, just go up and down. We're stretching into the top of the hand and into that carpal tunnel area, into the forearm. Good, hopefully to ease any pain that we might have in those areas. And then roll them with that fist, give them a roll. And roll the other way. Give them a shake and a wiggle. Good. All right, let's move back in that chair. Good, sitting up nice and tall, then lean back. And just while we're here, we're gonna do a big stretch, like we're stretching taffy. Or maybe it's like we're in that morning stretch, we just woke up, oh, and we're saying, good morning. Get that big stretch it out the best that you can. Stretch it out. Stretch it out. One more on each side, that big stretch. Maybe you stretch this way. Good. All right. Now put those feet out. Slide yourself forward a little bit. Cactus pose with a stretch here. Or arms up overhead. For those of you who can, keep your chin tucked in so your head doesn't fall back. It's heavy. Good, and bring those arms all the way down. Let's scoot ourselves back. Getting ready for that final relaxation. Let's just close our eyes and get comfortable in that chair. Breathing some nice big deep breaths. All the way to the belly. This is a great time, once you've decided that you're ready to relax, to turn off the TV and just do your own 5 or 10 minute meditation. It's a great thing to do for your body. Helps with all kinds of things like Alzheimer's and digestion and things that you wouldn't quite expect. All right, relaxing. Softening that body. Still not worrying about anything. Just being mindful that your body is stretched and that you're calm and relaxed. Bringing your focus back into the room. Let's open up those eyes. Take a big deep breath. Inhale, let it go. One more time, big deep breath. Inhale, bringing those hands to prayer. Those prayer hands come down to your heart. Thank you so much for joining me in chair yoga today. I hope we stretch those things that you need to stretch and that you feel energized and ready for whatever the day brings. Namaste.